5 body language criteria to make accurate interpretations. Keep these criteria in mind with every single one of the interpretations that we're going to cover today. Because if you don't apply this to the movements that we're going to discuss, then your interpretation might be totally off, right? So it applies to every single interpretation that we're going to discuss or you're going to make. First criterion is context. Many people ask us, what does closed arms mean? What do you think?
It could mean many things.
Exactly. It could mean a lot of things. And that depends of the context. If somebody has it cold.
Yes, I cold.
Standing in a cold place. Or is standing in a place where they're supposed to feel uncomfortable and they're standing the whole time like this. Does it mean that they're closed? In context influences them and it's just a normal position. Criterion number 2 is calibrate what is normal behavior for that person. If somebody is used to stand or to sit with closed arms, always. So does it mean that when they're having closed arms that they're closed? They're always closed? No, it's just their habit. It's just normal. And that's why they're doing this. So you can't take this as an interpretation that they're closed. Right? Third criterion is comfortable positions reflect what's inside. When somebody's sitting or standing with closed arms and they feel comfortable like that, then that reflects that's what's on the inside. And whatever you see on the outside is always a reflection on what's happening internally. And also the other way around, if somebody feels uncomfortable, then you'll see it as well. There will be something off in that position, right? So watch also what matches the body language and what matches the words. Be very careful to watch how the body language matches up with the words. If there is a difference between what the body language says and what the words say, that's suspicious. So look for those elements. Criterion number 4 is change. And what you're looking for is that something changes when there is a very clear trigger. Imagine somebody standing in front of you and they are having just a normal position with open arms. And when somebody new approaches into the circle and that person in front of you starts to close their arms, is that a sign that there is something wrong or that they become closed? Yes, because there is a new element, a new stimulus that triggers something, a position. So the positions that we're going to discuss today, look for the moments of change and what possibly can trigger them. Here we go for criteria number 5. Combinations confirm your assumptions, which means that when you have several times the same interpretation, the same message that you get from the nonverbals, that confirms what you think it could be. So in other words, when you meet a possible client and you're sitting in front of your client and you start to speak about the price, and that client does during the meeting only this, it might be a meaning that they're not so interested, but you're not 100% sure. However, when your client, at the moment that you say the price, does this and then shows disgust and then scratches their head and rubs their eye, that's 4 or 5 elements that they're probably not interested. So combinations of a similar or the same thing confirm your assumptions. Most of the interpretations that we're going to cover right now have an accuracy in 80% of the cases. But if you have 5 times 80% chance that you're correct, that increases your chances for a correct interpretation. For you to easily remember those 5 criteria, here is a little help. First one was about context, calibrate, comfortable, change, combination, the 5 C's. You can put them in a sentence that sounds like context, calibrates, comfortable, change, combinations. And that will help you to remember those 5 criteria and apply them to all interpretations you ever see.